So we're going to discuss a criteria that we have come up with for our presentation. The first, the solution must not cost UNCW more money than it is currently investing in the problem. The UNCW track team is one of the main sources of diversity on Wilmington's campus. One solution they have tried to implement is fundraising. The track team successfully raised enough money for UNCW Athletic Department to reconsider their decision to cut the program. Another method would be implementing volunteer programs and events to promote diversity and an open dialogue about the lack of diversity without costing the university any money.
Define diversity. Diversity is like a lot of different races, ethnicities, and sexual orientations. All different people. Do you see diversity as an issue at UNCW?
Yes, definitely. If we're talking about numbers, then there's just it's not really existent. The ratio between the majority groups and the minority groups is ridiculous, especially if you compare it to the state. I mean, obviously in America there's already issues of diversity in terms that there's not, in terms of numbers, like there's majority and minority, but if you want to compare it to UNCW to the state or to the country, it's fine.
And what would you propose as a solution to increase diversity at UNCW? I feel like more welcoming.
Yeah.
Like, feel like you are welcome here, because maybe there's a lot of applicants that don't feel welcome, feel like they are the minority.
Yeah. Right, honestly, if I had visited the school before and saw I don't know, I probably wouldn't have felt very welcome. I probably would have felt a little awkward. But it's kind of neat. So there's like a lot of students that they apply and they get in, but then they choose not to come because they come, they hear things like UNC White or you're not going to feel included or anything like this, and they decide not to come. So probably more initiative to make them feel welcome, more initiative to help them.
You feel like it's a work in progress.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much.
So the solution must benefit the most people and inconvenience the least people. The university formed a committee to review the current practices that UNCW has been using. It consists of students, faculty, and administrators. With this committee, they generate solutions to the problem of diversity among the campus. They only meet once a month to discuss possible opportunities to diverse the campus.
Alright, so I want to ask you to define diversity.
Diversity, I think, means working together with different people in a community and trying to reach a certain goal. Even though they're different from you, you set a goal, and as long as it's the same goal, you work towards it together. So you find, I guess it's I'm sorry.
Alright, can you define minority?
I'm sorry, you guys.
Okay, is there a minority-majority issue at UNCW?
I've never heard anything about a majority and minority issue, but I know that the majority is white, and the rest is African American, Asian, other people.
Do you think diversity is an issue at UNCW, or lack of thereof?
I don't think so. I mean, there are definitely more white than there are maybe African Americans and Asians and whatnot, but I don't think that there is an issue there.
The solution must not violate any current legal obligations entered into by UNCW. Ensure that the solution does not violate any diversity clauses put in place by the university.
Sure, go ahead. You can go first.
Diversity, I'd say, is made up of a group of people or individuals that have differences. So I just say differences.
Just a lot of different people in a group that is a good example of, the whole population, not just a single group of people, I guess. Anything that's not the norm for the location you're at. So here, anybody else that's not English, I would say. And, just not the. I guess that's.
Yeah, I'd say anything that doesn't fit the majority. I do. I grew up in DC, and there's a lot more diverse, and I think that diversity brings in a lot of different opinions, a lot of different ideas. I think that that's lost when you don't have diversity. So I definitely think that it's something that we lack.
I don't really necessarily have an opinion on the matter. I feel like we're diverse in a lot of ways, but in other ways, if you look at the statistics, obviously it's not as diverse as a lot of others.
The solution must not discriminate anyone based on his or her ethnic background or age. Everyone in a university should be treated the same and not given any preferential treatment based on your ethnic background or age. All the students are given the same opportunities, and there should not be more or less based on each student.
Do you see diversity as an issue on this campus and why?
Yes, I see diversity as an issue on this campus because coming from a boarding school in Massachusetts where people were from all over the country as well as all over the world coming to UNCW. This campus is much larger than a boarding school, but I could definitely see the lack of diversity in terms of the events and activities on campus, as well as in the classrooms.
Why do you think UNCW would benefit if they were to increase diversity?
I think UNCW would benefit if they increased diversity because when you have people with different opinions and ideas coming together to collaborate, you're able to build like a more innovative and more you're able to reach that goal and to reach everyone. And I think that when you have different stakeholders, the picture gets better.
And what would you suggest as a solution to increase diversity?
That's a good question. I think the solution to increase diversity would probably be doing more activities that are related to, and diversity meaning not only race but like different backgrounds, where you come from, and if you are disabled or not. Those are other things to put in, but also doing maybe a diversity conference and trying to involve more, if not all of UNCW, a good amount of UNCW. That could also help with outreach into the community. Yeah, that's it.
And you were telling me about that story, so I wanted to get that story about the shark.
Right. So I was in a class and they had a presentation. I'm from Kingston, Jamaica, and they had a presentation called Reggae Shark, and it was supposed to be a terrific Tuesday event to motivate us for the rest of the week. And it was actually very offensive. It was speaking about a shark that went to Jamaica to stack up on weed and go back to Brazil, get more weed, and then go to California.
Benefit the students of the university and provide different outlooks and opinions. Increasing diversity is a good way to create a more comfortable environment for all students at UNCW. Students become more well-rounded, both socially and academically, when surrounded by a diverse student body.
All those students.
Alright, I'll just have you introduce yourself, like your name and your year and what you do here at UNCW.
Cool. My name is Kobe Aqua. I am a senior here at UNCW. I am a psychology major. Yeah.
And she dances for physical graffiti.
And I did for PT.
She's amazing. Okay, so my first question for you is, do you see diversity as an issue on this campus and why?
I see diversity as, well, yes, I do see diversity as an issue on this campus, but I think I see it most in people's lack of knowledge and like in consideration of other races. Like the school's predominantly white, and when I hear people, and not even necessarily just white people, but like specific groups of races speaking about each other, like there's such an overwhelming lack of knowledge. Like
the solution must not violate
Come to mama. Oh God.